cups of cooked brown rice. This could also be white rice. I'm just gonna stir this in.
The stakes are high here, people. The stakes are high.
I usually buy brown rice and just cook it up in the microwave.
I can't. Yeah. Hi, I'm Dr. Francis. I'm a world-famous wildlife nutritionist. You may have not heard of me, but your guinea pig sure has. And today we're gonna do a review video for one of the most viewed YouTube homemade dog food recipes out there. That's supposed to be a guinea pig. So I looked on YouTube and I just Googled homemade dog food, and this is one of the top videos. So I'm gonna watch it now and see what food they're making.
Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make homemade dog food. Our dog Charlie, he's 4 years old. We recently decided to switch him from store-bought foods to homemade food. And really, I figured if everybody else in our house was eating clean and delicious, why not Charlie?
Good point.
Plus, I've really discovered that making homemade
If we're making food for ourselves, why not for the pet?
It's really easy to do. You have so many options, so many different varieties.
Yes.
So today what I'm going to show you is a really great, well-balanced starter recipe that's both easy to make and super versatile. So the one thing I would suggest if you plan to start making homemade food for your dog food is to do a little research just so you know the foods that dogs are not supposed to eat.
Yes.
So there's foods like onions, garlic, kale, grape.
That is not true. Garlic is fine for your pets and kale is fine for your pets. I don't know where she got that list.
Raisins. What I would recommend is doing a quick Google search to find an all-inclusive list of the foods they can't eat, and or to buy a few doggy cookbooks and do a little bit of research. I will be sure to leave the books that I purchased when I was researching this myself. So
another thing you can look at when you're trying to find recipes for homemade dog food is see if the recipe has been standardized following NRC, AAFCO, or FIDIAF requirements. Those are minimum nutrient requirements for pets that are scientifically proven, so that's kind of a good scientific backing to know that the recipe, you know, is good or not. Or maybe it was formulated by a PhD animal nutritionist or veterinary nutritionist. I don't know about really anyone else.
In the description box below if you want to check them out. I also called the vet just to make sure that I had the green light and that I wasn't missing anything. So do anything that you feel you need to do to take the necessary precautions, but also keep in mind there's really not that much to worry about, and it's probably a lot easier than you think.
Okay. She checked with her vet. This recipe has been vet approved. Good for us to know. But then she says, don't worry about it. Not a lot can go wrong. That's not true at all. You could kill your pet. The stakes are high here, people. The stakes are high.
So to get started, I'm going to heat a nice large saute pan over a medium heat.
So it's going to be fried.
Use a pot. Actually, if you're doubling or tripling the recipe, I recommend using
food prep.
A pot.
Food prep is good.
And I'm going to melt 1 tablespoon of coconut oil.
Coconut's fine.
Once the coconut oil has melted down, I'm adding in 1 pound of ground turkey.
Turkey is great protein.
Beef, and I'm just going to start breaking it up.
Yeah.
You just want to break it up until you have crumbles, and let this cook for about 10 minutes or until it is cooked through and lightly brown.
Nothing wrong with that, but if you want to make it the best food possible, then actually you don't want it to be cooked through. Cooking it medium rare is actually the best thing, because then there's only about 2 different digestibility between raw food or gently cooked. If you're fully cooked, you could be decreasing like a full 10% digestibility. But so far, I mean, still fine.
Next up, I'm going to add the veggies, and we're using about 3 cups total, starting with 1 cup of shredded zucchini, which is about 1 large zucchini, then 1 cup of shredded carrots, which I washed and peeled. And then a big old handful of baby spinach.
It's not bad, but it's a lot.
I just give it really rough chop and cut it up nice and fine.
Just a rough chop.
Now, it is not recommended that you add salt to your dog's food.
True.
But there are lots of spices and herbs that can be really beneficial to the dog.
Yes.
So I'm also going to add in a ½ teaspoon of turmeric, because that's
love turmeric.
Inflammatory.
Great for your pet.
Digestion.
Yes, girl.
Along with the tiniest pinch of black pepper
Yes.
to help activate that turmeric.
Yeah, she's right.
And we're just going to stir this all together,
Yeah.
get all of the meat mixed up with the vegetables, and let it cook for another 8 minutes or so. Really what we're looking for is for those veggies to become nice and tender. And because they're
Okay.
cut so small, it doesn't take much time at all.
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna turn off the heat.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna crack 1 egg right into the pan.
Sure.
And the residual heat from the meat and the veggies is gonna cook
Eggs are
this
great.
egg. So I'm just gonna stir it in, get it really well incorporated. Not only is this gonna add extra flavor, but it's gonna add a little more protein, some healthy fats,
Yeah.
and some great vitamins and minerals as well.
So the best way to actually cook eggs for your pets is you want to have a cooked egg white, but you want to have a raw yolk. That is the most digestible. That's almost 100% digestibility if you can do that. So when I was trying different ways to cook eggs at home for pets, poaching seems to be the best way, where the egg white is fully cooked and the yolk is still kind of runny. That seems to be the best way. What she's doing now is fine. It's still, yeah, great additions. Yeah, it works. It's not the best, but it's still what most people do and very good for the dog and cat.
And then the final ingredient is 3 cups of cooked brown rice. This could also be white rice. I'm just gonna stir this in. You can make the rice however you prefer. I like to take a shortcut method. I usually use brown rice and just put it up in the microwave, and then I let it cool a bit and add it right
Microwave?
And you're gonna see that once everything comes together, it
you're
looks
killing
beautiful.
me.
You might even want to take a bite of it yourself, which would be totally fine because there's nothing in there that you can't eat. But what you want to let it do is cool
Nothing in
down
there. It's rice.
before you serve it.
She's
And then
making
what I
fried
do
rice for
is I
dogs.
transfer it into an airtight container, and this will last in the fridge.
My God,
up
she's
to
just
5
missing
days.
sambal,
If
and
you
it's like
want it
fried
to go the
rice.
long haul, you could pop it in the freezer for up to 3 months. Now,
I don't understand. Why would you make a diet for your dog or cat made with fresh, whole foods and then put in as much carbs as you would find in a kibble? I don't understand. Wait, she's finished?
makes about 6 cups of food, which for Charlie,
There's nothing else?
40, 45 pounds, is 3 days worth of food. So I do recommend, if you plan to start cooking for your dog on a regular.
I can't. What vet approved this? What vet approved this diet? She actually called a vet and they said, yeah, this is great for your dog. There is 0 calcium. There is no omega-3 fatty acids. There's not going to be enough zinc, enough copper, not even enough iron in that. This diet is not okay. This diet doesn't follow any regulations. Whether you're talking about nutrient requirements or whether you're looking at prey model ratio, like this is... She checked with a vet and then she used dog cookbooks. This concerns me a lot by the information that is out there.
Basis, scale up the recipes so you don't have to be in the kitchen every 3 or 4 days, right? Make enough to get you through a week or...
Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's not good. It's not good, everyone. I cannot sit here in good conscience and support this recipe. I'm sure that she had the best intentions, and of course her dog loves it and stuff, but for long-term health, I'm sorry, this diet is actually dangerous. No, that's just a no for me. It's a hard no.
Adding some fresh whole foods to the dog's food can be extremely beneficial for the dog.
Agreed.
I mean, before we dove all the way in, oftentimes my husband would add a scrambled egg to Charlie's food, or he might add some shredded carrots or apples.
Good,
maybe
okay.
A little dollop of Greek yogurt, right? So you can kind
Greek
of
yogurt,
ease your
full
way
fat,
into the process.
plain.
Or even if you never plan on going all in, I am of course happy to share. And as always, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm concerned for this dog's health. I would like to know what's going on. This diet is not nutritionally complete. The ingredients were fine. I mean, it's going to be very high in carb, which makes me question what the point is. But at the same time, because it's not nutritionally complete, this is the kind of snack or side dish that she could prepare and then mix with something that is fully complete, like mix this with kibbles. then it definitely will increase the nutrient quality of the entire diet and of course the kibbles and stuff. But as the sole diet, this is significantly deficient. And I am concerned. And I had to hold in some bad words, but I didn't. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of this interesting video. Please be a little bit more litigious when you are looking at YouTube dog recipes. As far as I'm concerned, if it's not put together by a PhD nutritionist or veterinary nutritionist, don't do it. Or mix it with something that is complete just to be sure. Or send it to me and I'll tell you what it is, because I am now concerned for 60% of all dogs on this planet. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment below. I'm sorry if I sounded harsh, but this is just not okay. And I'm getting nightmares tonight. Like I need wine. I can't get over it. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.